been slain. So these folks did not go out without a fight. That much you can rest assured. As you head out further, you do see some remnants of the village starting to kind of combine forces once more in kind of the center of the village. As you see a rather tall, silver blue-haired man with kind of a braided beard seems to be reorganizing the townsfolk. He's got full plate mail, a rather ornate shield, and a pretty big bastard sword, from which you can gather.
Greetings. Hello. Are you all right?
Yes, who are you?
I come from an envoy of travelers that came from the south. I myself, my name is Esteban Scotty. We were assisting the keep against the giant siege. Is there any information that you could perhaps aid us with relative to perhaps lay siege upon the airship?
He's kind of like eyeing it very closely. Notice that they sit down those undead from the ship. Let's see the time break that was unusual. Seems that mostly. He says this one just kind of turns around the corner, just screaming as he sees one of the berserkers that's missing an arm. Like, the three of the villagers quickly turn and knock arrows and just kill it. Synchronized attack.
That's when instinctively goes to reach for his pocket where his cards are and sees that it's dealt with. Goes back and whips his hand back down. Seems like
Several of them do seem kind of banged up.
I'm sure she's already running towards them.
Yeah, we'll say that she's out there working on medical attention. You see more than what's on the map. There's probably about 30 or 40 villagers still out here.
Yeah.
Most of them armed and armored in some form or fashion. This guy you're talking to is the most armored up. I'm sure he is. You look at you. What about the castle?
Daughter is unharmed. This is Brodier. What of my husband? Have you seen him around?
I've not seen the High King just yet, but if he was out gathering allies, he'll probably be here by dawn. Assuming it went well. Right about midnight.
If he had that much time.
This seems quite unfortunate timing.
Are you leader of the guard here? Or was he much more humble than the rest?
No leader of the guard. I just used to be an adventurer like yourself. Then I took an arrow to the knee. I was gonna fucking say that. He says, pointing to a ring finger, a ring on his finger. That arrow, of course.
Of course. Fair. Is there any other information you could provide us? Anything you've noticed? Anything? Any patterns?
He thinks for a minute. My experience, typically does settle unless they get something on the planet. Be very wary, ready for anything to come from that ship.
How long do you think? What's your best guess?
15 minutes, I'd imagine.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hello, you're done. I'll be back at the keep.
Yes, of course. My terrible alien impersonation.
I think we beat it.
Recorded for all time.
Excellent. Now Nick can listen to it.
Be careful, Nano, or I'll do an Everett impersonation again.
All right. Jumping back to Jube and Dawa. You guys head down to the crypts. She seems pretty upset over what's happening. You're not sure if this might be completely because of the attack. You're sure your son didn't.
Kidnapped, possibly murdered? Yeah, I kind of figured she would
Yeah,
be,
but
but
it's
sure.
that's what it is.
Your husband mentioned they were some sort. And correct me if I'm wrong. They were they had mentioned they were supposedly a legendary artifact at some point, right?
Yes.
Believed to be. Yeah.
They were believed to be the gauntlets Thorun wore when he wrestled the spirit, or the anima of a fallen goddess from Dortrude.
Maybe possibly they know of a way to reactivate that power. I would assume. At least they attempt.
I just don't know why they would need them. I just don't understand.
I cannot say. All I know is whoever is after these things, they are seeking all sorts of power. I can only
Whatever
imagine
their
they
goal be.
At this point, I hesitate to guess, but whatever it is foul, a most foul purpose.
Must be. So I head into the central chamber. The gauntlets are still there.
Junpei's just gonna approach the gauntlets.
May I approach them?
Of course.
He will approach them. He's just gonna touch them with his hand. They're there, right?
Yeah, it feels solid metal. Interestingly enough, whenever you place your hand on them, did you touch them the first time you guys saw them?
Oh hell no! Nobody touched them the first time we saw them.
No, I tried them on.
Oh, you tried them on. That's right.
Yeah, I remember Halani tried them on and nothing had happened. This time, when you place your hand on them, it's a very subtle, very, very subtle, but you kind of feel a very minute course of electricity running through your body almost. And then following that is almost a sense of aches and bruises from the battle. Nothing that actually gives you hit points or anything, but it
They
seems
don't have any
to-
anyways.
I know,
I know.
but you know, aches and bruises and things from times gone, the battle that you guys had before this seemed to just almost instantly don't feel them anymore. You're not sure if they're gone, but it's a very subtle feeling though.
Jubei's kind of blink blindly at this.
That is different.
What?
They seem to be not active. At least charged, maybe is the word. They are working in some way.
Your hand on them.
Nothing has happened since we left. Close to explain this, correct?
Nothing that I know of. Perhaps the rune smiles on us yet.
Perhaps.
She'll go ahead.
Yeah, Jubei was just going to touch his.
What is it you wish us to do with this information? These are your treasures.
She looks at them a moment and looks over at you and then back at them. I don't feel these are safe in here by themselves. And she'll grab them. I'll hold on to them for now.
It may be best to at least keep them in an area where we can be together to protect them.
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
He kind of looks about.
You don't know exactly what they do, apart from the legends. I mean, your husband was fairly vague with that.
No, I'm not really sure what they're capable of. If anything, but only suspects they're very important.
I don't suppose there may be a chance that they might be able to help us with that ship above. Still wish I knew what they were after, though. Why they would be so good.
Jubei will escort her back up to the two party members still waiting for us.
Kalani and Twin.
Halani would be looking out of the window, looking at the sky, the airship kind of going between it. One in part keeping an eye on the airship, other in part is she's waiting for the time to go past midnight and she's just using the stars. As I'm assuming with her expertise in survival, she would know how to tell the time with the stars.
Sure. Is there any particular reason she's waiting for midnight?
So it's not her birthday anymore?
Happy birthday, Halani.
And then when the time gets past midnight, she's like, but at least this day's fucking over.
You're about 17 minutes out, from what you can tell.
And then when like they come up, she'd probably like look at them and be like, yeah, what's up? But I'll let Judah say what Twins do.
Hello. So, one second. Jeez. I would say that, for most of that time, really, Quentin would kind of be keeping a little bit to himself. Sure, he's typically, other than the fact that, frankly, when she had the mother, when they had walked to the building and whatnot, he had kind of kept his mask on, just kind of kept him dispersed, I use it, only removing it when he had talked to Juve, and putting it, sliding it back on afterwards. But yeah, otherwise, keeping to himself.
Brody is going to walk over to thanks for that.
It's alright, Brody. Just keep yourself out of trouble. Bonnie takes a deep breath. I'm sorry, Brody. They took you. The people who are making us under siege at the moment.
What? What do they want from him?
He's a demigod. They want his blood.
His blood? Why
But
would
it's
they-
okay. I'm going to get him back.
How?
I don't know, but we'll work it out. I promise.
He's like, eye twitches a little at that. Oh, okay. Pulls out a pinky.
She holds out hers as well.
And you make a pinky promise.
Yeah.
Those sacred promises.
Yes.
More binding than a devil's contract.
Ronnie walks over to Twin. Hell of a night. But notice my brother is missing from the ranks. Is he dead? I see. What promise was that? To yourself.
to know that there's a potential one of those being ripped away, even by something as sacred as death. It is chilling, frightening. Though, and behind his mask he squints for a moment, but kind of lets his arms lay slack to his sides. Other base of what I still am not entirely sure what exactly terrorizes me. Perhaps that I may not get the chance to do that silly little. Accompanied with, I suppose.
You're a little quiet, Judah.
Ah, sorry. I think I may to just go to talk. What all wasn't caught, I suppose I should ask.
Oh, it's
That-
just everything was caught. I didn't hear what was said after silly little.
Silly little think. Maybe guilt, I suppose.
There you go. Okay. It's about this time that Jubei returns.
Assume
To
that's
the
one would.
Yeah, Esteban would as well.
When he looked over Ayla, how bad did she look? She looked fine, right? 'Cause she barely.
Ayla, yeah, she's a little hurt, couple scrapes and scratches, but nothing serious.
Okay. There's. So that's one kind of return. From what I've heard, it seems that there is a ceasefire for the moment. The one of the people out there, seemingly someone who's organizing everyone together, they seem to think that they're waiting on something. What they think is perhaps we have 15 minutes at the most. So if we want to rest, now's a good time. Because I know some of you are looking pretty hard.
So you believe we have time before this occurs then? But I have a bit of information.
Oh, go
sorry.
on.
I have a bit of information myself. The gauntlets that were once dormant seem to have awakened since this had all begun.
Hmm. Do you think we should use them?
As bait, you mean? Or as weapons?
As weapons.
The thought had crossed my mind, but it is not my authority to make that decision.
That is true. Do any of you know if you can tell time?
Halani blurts out the time.
Which would be 11.
11:43.
Yeah, as I say, assuming that the time down there is still
Yeah.
correct.
Right. So it seemingly lines up with whatever is happening. It could possibly be that they're waiting on midnight.
You think they are going? How cliche.
I mean, it's a lot of magical power. A lot of things are tied to midnight.
So you think if taking a cat nap for some of us may be the best option?
Worst case scenario, we lose a spell slot and we have to wake up.
I suppose
That
is
doesn't
true.
take too long.
Who here needs this nap bells then?
I could do with one.
Robes are tattered. He is bleeding in
Yeah.
different places, and his mask is chipped.
So it's 4 people. How many people can you hit with catnap?
3.
Okay, that's easy enough. You, Hilani, and Twin.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say Everin as well, but since Ares isn't here,
I believe you, Helani, and Twin would be the best to take a nap then.
Alright. Let's
Uh,
get
10
this
no, yeah.
over with.
Madam, with the gauntlets,
Yes.
don't know. Would you be opposed if we tried to use them in this upcoming battle that will occur?
Don't know how you would use them, but
I have no idea either, but they are gauntlets after all.
Just a reminder, Jubei. Attunement is a thing.
I am aware. Hmm.
Could be possible that we can't use them at all.
It is possible.
In any case, you two ready?
who's getting the catnap?
Halani and Twin.
Quentin just kind of gets to a unoccupied space on the floor and kind of curls down.
Basically everybody that's here except me.
Okay.
Alright.
Wait, before you do, I just realized that I basically blasted all of my hit dice before with the previous catnap. I can't actually use it. I don't think so.
Oh, you used legit all of it?
I had to, because remember I got fucked last time.
Oh, yeah. Wow. So that's not going to help you at all.
Well, I guess
Ooh.
we're doing Aries then.
I guess we're doing Aries, if she has hit dice.
Roads
Does-
in air.
Ares have air
I
hit
have
dice.
all of mine.
Yes,
It's okay.
Ares has hit dice.
Okay.
I mean, I could use it only to get my second win and action surge back.
Do we value the second win action surge over Ares hit points?
I mean, that comes down to if Ares' character will be involved with what's coming, which we assume they are, Nano.
Yeah. Mhm.
I
Okay,
think that comes
then yes,
down
Ares
to
hit points.
how. I was gonna
I
say,
am
how
not-
many spell slots does Aries have left?
One level 3 and one first level.
Oof.
She's a
Just oof.
cantrip bot. Like me.
She does have her magic item, which has a few spells on it too.
Yeah.
Dabs and
She
first level
she
spells.
could haste one person as well because she's out of sorcery points.
Yeah,
hang on.
Yeah, sorcery points don't come back on short rest. They're long rests.
Yeah.
Well, because Ares ain't here for that, Ares just could cast haste on Jubei and hide for the combat.
That's true. Well, looks between the 3 of them.
I feel like if anything, like as Quentin kind of gets done to kind of like lay down, he kind of takes this moment and kind of realizes it's just unfamiliar. Jubei.
Yes, Quentin.
Now I'm having a little bit of a bit of a difficulty remembering the details, but is it called when your body hurts after large amounts of physical exertion? I'm blanking.
You
out
mean-
and I can't remember
Pain?
why. No.
Exhaustion.
I suppose that will have to do for now.
Uh,
Yes, I feel it in copious amounts. I was wondering why I've had a tingling sensation over my body since we got out of the previous combat. Beginning to figure out why.
well, in any case, we will need to prepare for the coming fight, but... Everin, why don't you take a nap with the rest of them then? Me and Twin will have to take guard while this occurs.
Everyone will nod.
Right.
So already agreed that if we have to sacrifice someone, it's Everin right now, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's just give them another demigod.
God, no.
We'll make you a
before-
deal. Everin for Ragnar.
Oh wait, guys, it'll be perfect because fucking what's his face? Gaston would just chase after this guys, and they'd fight each other. It'd be perfect.
That's provided Gaston's not part of this group.
Yeah, that's provided that they're
Which-
not working together.
Scream.
Which I'm assuming at this point they very well could be.
In any case,
Before catnap, Helani's gonna go up to Twin and she's going to go, well, because you're not resting, maybe you should have this. And she's gonna give you a greater healing potion.
Pleading face emoji.
Please? Please, sir, may I have?
Me and this is like, thanks. Now I probably don't have to get my character killed. But like, also, how much is a greater healing again?
44 plus
48.
4.
oh, it's
Or
44. 44.
Yeah, it's 2. Yeah, you're thinking Supreme, which is 48.
Yeah.
48. No, I'm joking.
Also, let me look at something here.
Quentin will kind of grab that and kind of nod, seemingly with this more thankful tone in his voice, but still, mask on. Thank you. We'll try to use this sparingly if I can. Or perhaps I should take it all now.
It is hard to say, but for the moment, though,
1 second here. I think I... Huh. I just realized something that never got transferred into my sheet.
Hmm.
I have my ring of healing... Oh, wait, there it is. Healing ring. Just doesn't have its charges set on it. I'm trying to... I can't remember. I don't think I've used this thing recently, have I?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Because it takes a full action. I'm sure I have all the charges on it, and I think it's got 2 charges a day.
I have a
fine.
vague...
Day's about to be over.
Yeah.
Unless it's at
Jubei,
dawn.
I have no idea. I think it's a dawn thing. Usually that's what they mean. It's not midnight. It's on the next dawn when they say the next day. Anyways, Jubei's gonna go walk over the Twin and just...
this may help a bit as well, my friend.
and he's just gonna tap you a couple times on the shoulder. 1 cure wounds.
Alani, what time is it? I assume the time's changed from 11:43.
Like, are you asking before or after the thing?
I'm asking before the catnap.
We'll say like a couple of minutes have passed.
Roll.
Alright. He'll pull out the deck
Spell.
of cards within his coat.
Oof. That's 4, and I'll use up its last charge as well, because I might as well. Oof.
I had a fucking feeling.
Take your total 7 HP.
It's better than nothing.
But anyways, so Esteban pulls out his deck of cards, and you see an image of a sleeping cat flash on the side of where the symbols are, and he places the back of it on both Halani and Everin's forehead, and then on himself. And then I'll turn incantation to cast a spell.
Sleep time.
Couldn't be me.
Oh my god, Esteban.
Get me there, please!
Look at my rolls.
Ah!
Oh god.
First. Oh,
Oh, you finally rolled a max.
I think that's what I needed to hit full.
So you used all your hit dice, eh?
Yeah.
I still have 3.
My bardic inspiration, though.
That could definitely be useful.
So, does anything happen before the catnap, Nana?
Before it? No.
No, during the catnap, sorry.
During, how long does that last?
10
10
minutes.
10
minutes.
minutes.
10 minutes.
He would have been asking for the time, and he wouldn't have. You said a few minutes, so I assume that was like.
Who was the other? You got Everin too, right?
Yeah, everyone was the other one we
Someone
needed
has
to
to roll
nap.
a hit dice.
I got it. I wanted to make sure.
Yay!
6 hit dice for 24 points. God. Okay. So, as the few of you lay your weary heads down to catnap, and Twin gets a couple of cure wounds pumped into him. Did you take the potion, Twin?
yeah, I'm gonna have to. Some pity.
Go ahead and do that.
How the fuck?
Just roll 4d4 plus 4, man.
Can I do text commands like in Roll20?
Yeah,
Yeah.
slash R space 44 plus 4.
That's mediocre. I literally got one.
Literally average.
Better than nothing.
Better than what Jubei was able to roll with a 1 and a 2 on almost all of Esteban's hit dice.
Don't talk about that. I'm at full. That's all that matters.
Okay.
I got 3
So-
spells left.
Got one.
We're going to take a quick 5-minute because I need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, sounds
Then
good.
we'll get to this next part.
Jubei was like, have 3 spells left. I'm like, imagine having spells.
Poor Halani. I really hope that well, I can't remember what your real name is, and well, I hope he picks another spellcaster so Halani can just remain as the one person without spells.
The life of a rogue.
You could have been an arcane trickster.
Yeah.
But
Arcane
swashbuckler.
That's swashbuckler.
Your magic is wielding 2 swords and looking cool. How do you feel?
I would happily pick a caster, but Storm would have to explain to Nano what a astral soul sorcerer is.
No good.
Well, there's definitely lots of spots opened up now, so. Unfortunately, until we hit level 9, Jubei's not going to have much hasting for the future of the game. Where I dip a level in a sword wizard so I can get myself 3rd level spell slots.
Yeah. Do you guys use standard or tweaked sorcerer?
Nano usually doesn't. Nano's like bring homebrew to me, and
Well, Nano, let me use tweaked with a Zypher, so
yeah,
Fair enough.
so he's okay with tweaked.
I need to check and see if they've put Astral Soul back in to the tweaked PDF.
So
yeah, he'll just want to have a look at it first.
yeah, for Nano for this game, you have a 10% chance to become a demigod when you roll stats.
Oh, okay.
So it's you roll a d20 on a 20 or a number of your choice. If you roll that number or the 20,
He's a demigod.
you're a demigod.
On any stat.
No.
No. You roll
Oh,
the d20
demigods are-
separately.
It's just a
Oh,
yeah,
I
it's-
see. When you've rolled up your stats,
Like,
you
yeah,
then
when-
roll
yeah.
a d20.
Yeah, it's at the
Yeah,
same time for
it's just
character
a
creation.
Yeah.
If you roll a 20 or if you roll the number that you guessed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the number you guess or a 20, you become a demigod.
Mm-hmm.
Get Chad and guess 20.
Or I'm sure if you ask specifically, Nano would let you.
Immediately defeat the whole rolling aspect.
Well, we don't have one in the party in that anymore. I don't think
So
it
what's
like
the benefit? Like, what's the difference?
You
it's
get
your
a
race,
target painted on
and
your
you
back.
you get a bunch of like racial benefits or something.
Yeah, the
Oh, okay.
demigods are really powerful race is basically what it is.
But you get a target painted on your back. So
But yeah, but a group of people want you dead. Want your blood, soul, fucking god knows what.
Fair enough.
Listing demigods, you also get to be hot, but like so is everybody else in the party. So not that special.
The thirst is strong with Judah.
Okay, that's not fair. Nikki isn't here. Okay, I'm like
Still
your
think
second
you
in
take
command.
priority.
What the fuck? This is the power of propaganda.
see, if Zaku is here, then I'd say Zaku takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Zaku's.
Unfortunately, I can say that I'm definitely a lot more H-word than Zaku, but just saying.
I mean, the
Fair.
thing with Zaku is Zaku just, pulse, right? Type is pulse. Right, Zaku's got. Like,
So
at
which
the moment
profile
Zaku
am I
thirsted
sending
over
to?
the Oni, I was like,
Which profile is Nano again? It's Rune King Thor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just looked back over it and it does look like they added it back in Astral Ghost Sorcerer.
Did they?
Yep.
Maybe I just. I don't think they removed it. I think you might have just looked at the wrong version.
I might have, yeah.
Because there was an older version that didn't have it. Because I remember looking, and I was like, wait, why isn't Astral Ghost in here? And I was like looking for it, and then I saw it was
Yeah.
an older version.
Honestly, if they did remove it, I would understand. Because I can definitely see why some people would consider it overpowered.
It's pretty strong. I don't think it's overpowered.
I think it's just the way I made Seeker that kind of...
Yeah, where he turned into basically an all-rounder.
Yeah, he became a battle mage.
that's okay.
That's okay.
I mean,
And
you're
if you-
still eating an attunement slot for it, so...
Yeah, and so long as he doesn't drop any, I don't know, two-handed giant great swords that deal 2 poison damage, we should be fine.
Don't worry about it.
I'll make Zimswobo wield a great sword.
Don't worry about it.
I still have this stupid spear I got to attune to at some point.
That's the great sword that deals 2d.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got a legendary spear of like awesomeness, but you got to make a wisdom check to attune to it, and you only get to do it once every couple of weeks.
Yeah, I put curses on my items, and then they just removed it all, and I was real sad.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what
Okay.
happens when our token crazy lady gets almost possessed by one. Yeah,
Hey,
every
Nano.
old original character got nearly possessed.
All right. So, as you guys catnap, Jubei, you're keeping watch as after you heal. Twin,
Yeah.
I suspect.
Yeah, me and Twin are keeping watch.
About 7 minutes into the catnap, you see several flashes of light occur off of the stern of the ship. Make me a Arcana check.
I'm proficient, but I'm probably gonna roll like balls.
Do you have to?
You said Arcana, and I'm
Oh.
like, not Halani then.
Oh damn!
When you said that word, fuck.
What word? Hmm?
Cortana. Oh.
Cortana.
It is
So-
a chill.
You are able to tell that that was some form of teleportation.
Look.
Well, you guys are asleep. You don't know this.
Twin, we better be careful. They've teleported somewhere.
Where the fuck is the button? There it is. It's fine. Understood.
Good thing Jubei knows what's happening.
Would Jubei know if it's an teleporting out or a teleporting in?
You saw a flash of light on the bow of the ship, and another flash of light on the ground.
Okay.
No
it's
teleporting out.
And he saw roughly about 10 of them.
Lovely.
I don't suppose someone was smart enough to take all the people and put them inside the fucking keep. I mean, I would have thought of doing that within 7 minutes, but I assumed the leader was going to do something that to the likings for an emergency. That's what keeps are for.
Yeah.
Good, because Jubei would otherwise have to run out to help people. But okay, assuming that we barricade the people inside so we can keep them safe, Jubei goes,
Twin, we have to barricade this area. We need to buy the others enough time to finish their rest, if we can.
I understand. Let's.
And let me just realize because I forgot I had to add the fucking hell.
hey, Judah, can you increase the sensitivity of your mic again?
Is it just things aren't getting picked up, or you literally just can't hear me?
You're just really quiet.
Fuck. Okay, 1 second.
Because I've got you maxed out, but I can... Even when you're talking normally, you're really quiet.
What? Okay, 1 second. Does this fix anything?
Yeah, now you're much better.
Hey, yo, okay. I don't know how the fuck that happens.
Oh, bye, Keith. Welcome back, Keith.
I was adjusting groovy and for some reason it hit side talk. Okay, where were we? So Jubei's gonna look about. Is there any way to barricade the entrance?
You could put up a very kind of barricade, because, I mean, honestly, there's two massive holes on the walls, unless you're talking about... Well, I mean, there's several holes, but yeah, you can try to barricade.
I mean like in the keep, not the outer walls, which are kind of pointless. There's, like you said,
Even the
massive
keep
holes.
has several holes in it, so you can, at most, barricade the front entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need.
In that case, Jubei's like, fuck. Do I see any? Do I see anybody approaching?
Make me a perception check.
Perception. Nope. Fuck.
There's still some smoke and haze outside that you can't quite...
Ayla's a scout. Can she perceive?
Isn't she catnapping?
Ayla's not
No.
catnapping.
Ayla's not
Everin is
catnapping.
catnapping.
Ayla's too anxious to get.
Ayla's able to make out some movement. She can confirm that there's several figures headed towards the keep.
This is bad. The others need a few more minutes. Hopefully they will be up soon.
Kind of looks back at the others.
I might be able to buy us all some time.
I could support you, but I can't promise I can do very much.
Just stay in the back with Ayla. Support me from the rear through range. I'll try to hold them off at the front.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Dahl
It's
is like,
that-
I don't think that's a good idea.
The other option is to wake them up, but then they will not have finished the rest. They would be severely weakened in this fight.
I'm going to be completely honest with you, Jubei. If these individuals had decided to show themselves finally after everything, I would say that there is a fair chance that whatever is approaching, we will not have much of a capacity to fight them. I think that rather than fighting, we should see what exactly they are coming here for. I know it is daunting, but there is but a slim chance that they come here for another reason if they have such a large power margin over ours.
Jubei looks up.
Whatever they want. I don't think we can let them have it, Twin.
What prevents them from taking it from us anyways, even if we try to resist?
Looks at kind of Twin and kind of says,
If we don't try, then there's no chance of knowing if we can resist. To just hand it over might be the best, but what happens? If they are that powerful, they could just take it from us and kill us, correct? Why parley? Unless they have to fear us in some way. I mean, they already assaulted the city with an army of undead. Obviously, parley is not what they were after.
I know, but if we lose our lives now, we lose all chances for the future.
Did you barricade the front?
"Yeah, well, we
If we have the capacity to.
Like I said, you can put up a very makeshift barricade. It's nothing.
basically we're just looking for cover barricade versus like we're going to keep them out."
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, realistically, we're not going to be able to put something that would prevent them from busting down a already smashed door. But it might be nice to have half cover if we get attacked.
Okay.
Jubei looks about and goes,
I guess all we can do then, Twin, is just see how it goes, but we have to at least prepare ourselves for the worst.
Ayla looks
I can
over.
agree.
I think there's one heading over.
with Ayla pointing out, do we see?
You see a lone figure atop a horse, slowly making their way towards the gates of the castle. He holds a standard, and you don't see any weapons as he makes his way forward. He stops in front of the doors, and you both see this individual clad in black robes. There's a little bit of armor on him. This wild helmet that seems very kind of almost shoddily made, but done so on purpose, mostly for the intent of intimidation. It kind of looks like like the head of a xenomorph in the way that it's fashioned. The only like flesh that you see on this guy is his mouth, and he has this large mouth, kind of like the mouth of Sauron from Lord of the Rings.
I was about to say, sounds like the mouth of Sauron from Lord of the Rings.
Basically, the mouth of Sauron from Lord of the Rings is
Well, we're
what
looking at
approaches.
gotcha.
They wish to speak with you in the city center. Come, or your friend will pay.
Jubei will step out.
You wish to speak? They wish to speak with us in the city center. Where
Yes.
exactly? Just in the center.
Down the road. And he points down the road towards basically the middle of the village.
Jubei looks over at behind the only 2 awake party members he's got.
Quentin's just standing right, like, pretty much close behind him.
In
How long
that
until we
case,
wake up?
I'll say that you can probably take enough time for them to wake up.
I was about to say,
if you will give us a few minutes to gather some things, then we will join you.
He's filibustering.
Make it quick. His
Indeed.
patience wears thin.
We will be as expedient as we can.
I almost want to do a meme joke here, but I know it would possibly result in a deception check, and Jubei ain't doing that.
Okay.
And it's like, I have to use the washroom. Getting in and out of armor takes a while. Give me a minute.
Just, I'm not good at doing it.
Well, you just kind of did, but anyway.
Yeah, that was out of character, obviously, hence why I pre-emphasis with that.
You just had to air it out.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So, Jubei will walk back in.
How much longer do you think they have? I imagine only a minute or 2.
Yeah, basically by the time you walk back in, finish, they're starting to wake up.
Ah! Well, glad to see you are awake. Things have gone from bad to shit.
Immediately reaches for his cards. What do you mean?
I mean that right now we have a strange, ugly son of a bitch with a very odd, scary mouth telling us to meet their master in the center of town, and if they don't, they are going to most likely kill Ragnar.
I thought we were under attack.
Oh no, that's probably coming later.
But
Bloody yawns.
might as well go out there.
We don't have much of a choice.
No.
If just me asking out of character, there's only 3 minutes left inside of the rest. Are we capable of having everybody woke up by the time we run out there?
Everybody's
Early.
up.
Okay,
There is
cool. Just
That's why
making
we're
sure.
talking. Yeah, that's why
If it's possible, the negotiations might be able to be had, but I think that's a rather slim chance, but it doesn't hurt to try.
I have a feeling this comes down to a battle one way or the other, but we have a feeling we know what they want, and I do not wish. We have to do our best, try to not give it to them. But we will have to see.
Alright. Let's make our way out there then.
Agreed.
I guess the 6 of us will wander out into the center square.
I know Ayla's not here, but Halani would just quickly walk up to Ayla and just say, Ayla, do you mind keeping an eye on Everin and just making sure nobody steals her or something? Because she's still a demigod, and we know that they want demigod blood. Could you just keep an eye on her?
Oh, yes, of course.
Nano ends the campaign by killing the 2 people not here.
Incinerate.
Dal looks at you all. We're going to.
That is your desire.
Is she bringing the gauntlet?
She has them hidden on her person at the moment.
Wait, don't we have a bag of holding?
I believe you do.
If we're a fucking level 8 party who doesn't have a fucking bag of holding, I will literally.
Yeah,
throw
we
myself
have
off
a bag
cliff.
of holding. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Oh yeah, doesn't. Oh wait, no. Everyone wanted to borrow it because she wanted to prank Brodia.
Yeah, but that would mean the party has it, and Jubei will be like,
Do you think the gauntlets would be safer in these?
is he kind of like gestures to the bag?
She shakes her head no.
If you agree,
If that gets
then
destroyed, we might never be able to retrieve them again.
That how bags of holding work? I thought they got.
Yep.
I thought they
I
were
thought when it's
destroyed.
destroyed, it just drops everything.
No,
Yeah, I
when
thought
it's
that's what happened.
When it's destroyed, everything inside gets expunged to the astral plane.
Oh, fair enough.
The whole squad here.
So many people.
He's
That's
going.
not where I wanted to put Halani.
Esmon's going to place.
Probably not out front and center by herself. Not a good spot for a rogue.
His hands on Halani's shoulder for a moment. Just in case we see your father there. I've seen you strong-willed and you're quite a capable fighter. I'm sure we'll be able to deal with whatever's going on out there. And he will give you a bardic inspiration.
Aww.
And then place, kind of hurry up alongside Jubei, place a hand on his shoulder. Just in case that you get stuck having to speak for the rest of us. I know that happens a lot.
yes, I have no idea why.
Maybe because you're our leader.
Yes, indeed. I still wonder sometimes how that happened. But in any case,
Here's a
You
bit of
haven't-
inspiration.
To be
Okay.
quite frank, Jubei, you have a knack for making decisions that others wouldn't.
That is true. You have tact.
yes, I just wish I had the charm to go with it.
That's what I'm here for.
Good.
Quinton
Give
just
you a
kind of
bar-
tilts his head curiously.
Give Jubei a bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way down to the city center. Immediately, Jubei, you see a tall and imposing figure. One that you recognize well. He's in the back, though.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? This is bad, guys.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh no! Oh no!
This is really bad. Jubei could be stupid here. This is not good.
Halani, you see your brother.
That's fine.
Don't do the rogues gallery.
I'm
Don't
just
do
going
it.
to position myself here because that's logically where he would be. But also, if I need to strong arm Jubei,
I don't think you could.
I will try. I will goddamn try.
I will say at the sight of the giant Oni in front of us, with your insight and everything, you just see Jubei's face go into a twisted rage you have never seen before. And for the first time you might have ever seen, he looks like he is about to fucking just lose his mind and attack without any thought.
Quentin just very quietly reaches forward and grabs onto. Yeah, no, just kind of puts a hand on his forearm and kind of
Next
steps
to
into his
your
view.
next to your father, Halani, you see
Brother.
your brother. You see your
Sorry.
father standing there, arms just neatly folded behind his back with a grin. But what really draws your eye is the view of Ragnar, seems chained up almost on a tensor's floating disc.
And there's the
And
Black Knight.
standing next to him is a man in resplendent black armor. His helmet covers his visage, so you don't really know what kind of facial expression he is making under there. But you can all tell with certainty that you have his attention for the time being. Almost a sense of dread and unease wash over each of you. Various different reasons. The Black Knight looks at each of you. I must admit, your lot has impressed me so far. I've heard of your deeds. Felt the wasp's sting that you call your victories. But that is not why I'm here today. This village has something I want, something I need. Hand over the gauntlets, and you can have your friend back. Ragnar looks over. Don't give him the gauntlets. The Black Knight pulls out this kind of, it looks like a wand, and he presses it up against Ragnar's forehead, and you see this purple gem just glow brightly at the back of it. As he begins to scream in agony, you see the veins inside of his head just contort and almost turn black. As he pulls it away, the veins just go back to normal as he's just kind of breathing heavily there. What is your choice?
Helani looks away and towards Darla because she has the gauntlets and it's also her son. So how's she doing? What's her expression?
She looks horrified at the moment.
What about the brothers?
Brodier also, Ronnie looks pretty angry. And he seems, you just see like the Arthur fist going on.
Well, that seems to be the general running theme. There's a Jubei. Okay. This is one of those moments where being emotionally like suppressed is wonderful for Quentin.
Has his advantages. You guys just look at the giant Oni just prowling back and forth, almost like a lion just staring at his prey. He just has this nasty grin on his face, his eyes glued on Jubei. You like my little gift, Jubei?
Jubei's
You wear the demonic stench well.
Jubei's just gritting his teeth, staring at Skygore. Then looks over at Ragnar. Jeez, you know what? I gotta make a wisdom save, guys.
It's okay.
This is
You can add a D8 to that.
I'll say I wasn't gonna do a crazy high one. This is a personal. He's gone through emotional growth. I'll say 11's enough that he. If I rolled under a 10, this would end really bad.
Yeah.
Jubei just, but at the same time, he's not really thinking as he goes. Looks straight into the demon's eyes and then looks back at the Black Knight, barely able to contain his fury.
And what sort of guarantee would let Ragnar go even if we have what you wanted?
Repeat that. Sorry, I was reading.
No, sorry. He's
Sorry.
basically said, "What guarantee do you have? We have that you will let Ragnar go, even if we have what you want."
The Black Knight shifts a little bit. I have no need of him right now. I have no need of that other whelp in your group. The daughter of Setsuna.
God, this is so bad.
How about I sweeten the pot for you all? Give me the gauntlets. I'll give you your friend and even allow you to ask me one question.
Quentin will slightly tug on Jubei and come close to his ear.
We are running deeply out of options.
I know. Yeah, I hate to admit it, but we can't win this fight. The last time we ran into that knight, we were paralyzed.
It's what I said before, Jubei. We can choose to lose now, so we have the capacity to win later. Quench your rage.
He just looks forward, and the hold on his forearm tightens. Jubei's forearm.
I feel it too, but it is not the time to quell it.
He's gonna look back, dear. What's she looking like, the mother? Again?
At this point, she's got the old waterworks going. She's very hesitant on giving up these gauntlets, though. Roll me an insight check.
Can I also roll an insight check?
Yeah.
Because I was asking to look before.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, 15's
Ah,
not
fuck.
bad.
Halani and Jubei, you
Oh.
both are able
no.
to tell that almost all of her wants to give up these gauntlets. She hasn't yet, though.
Looks behind back to our parties and
Even if we take this deal and ask one question, what would we even ask? I could think of several that could be useful, but I don't know what to do.
Okay. Halani is going to be whispering, but I'm just not going to talk as if though I'm whispering, just because
Yeah.
I don't want to have the issue of people not hearing.
Yeah.
But Halani's going to go, but so we know they're all powerful, right? So if they could just take what they wanted, like, why are they not just taking it? Why are they bargaining with us?
As I said earlier, there's something else here, something else going on. and the fact that they sweetened the pot even. But the problem is, we have a choice, and there's no way around it this time. It's Ragnar or the gauntlets.
Remember, we have the chance to get back the gauntlet. We will not have the chance to get back Ragnar.
Helani, I hate to put this upon you, but you and Ragnar are the closest. I want your opinion on this.
I mean, I'd choose Ragnar with all my heart. So, it's just stupid gauntlets. I don't really care. Like Quentin said, we can get them back, but we can't get Ragnar back.
I think I agree. No, if it was Davia there, I'd be the same. But even though it's still not 100% our call. But
Jubei looks over at the mother of Bradir and goes, and kind of beckons her over.
She'll look over and nod before slowly making her way over.
our group is in agreement that it is Ragnar's life over the gauntlets, but they are yours and only yours to decide for these. We can try to fight them here, but even if we somehow win, I don't think there's any chance Ragnar would survive.
She pulls the gauntlets out from behind her cloak and looks at them for a moment. This village has been charged with the protection of these gauntlets for ages. Who would have ever thought that they would be taken under my watch?
There won't be a village if you don't give it to them.
She sighs and nods before holding them out.
Yeah, before that, though, one more quick question. Jubei will go,
There's one other thing. We have one question we can ask them. I can only think of two things I would like to ask, but I want to hear other people's opinions. The first question, which I believe would be the obvious for all of us, is I want to know what their end goal here is. I don't even know if they would answer that specific question, but if we know what they were trying to do, perhaps we would be much closer to be able to stop it.
But at the same time with that, they could say world domination, and you're like, okay, cool, now how exactly are you going to go about that? We have no idea. So we could get literally no information from it.
I know, that is the other side of it. The other question, of course, I suppose the other two questions is what they specifically need the gauntlets for. But again, they could be as vague as they want with that question answer. The only other question I have for them is a selfish one, and I don't particularly know if that is the best option here.
I don't know if anybody needs to know what that question is, or do I have to go further? Does Jubei have to explain further?
For my sake, yes.
Jubei will look down at his cursed arm. Is that
No, it's because I didn't hear parts of what was being
Oh,
said.
okay. Yeah, no, Jubei was just saying there's the only other question we have is selfish.
Mm.
In other
Sure.
words,
What was before that as well? Because it seems like right now we're just trying to decide like this major thing, right?
we got one question we can ask them. Jubei put forward, we can ask them what their ultimate goal is, but Halani said they could be very vague with it.
Yeah.
Realistically,
ask
they
them-
can be vague with any question.
Yeah, exactly. They could be vague with anything we ask them. But how to remove the curse, at least, is a little less ability to be vague. Right? But I don't
Right.
know. Then again, they also could just pull the dick move. It says you can die. So I don't know. Like any question we ask them could get a dick move. We are
That's
right
not
now.
a cure. A lot of curses still stay on the dead body until they're dead. But yeah.
That's possibly true, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or there could be multiple cures and they just give you the hardest one.
That's also possible.
I could almost feel you smiling behind that one. Fuck you, Nana.
Because I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I don't even know if this is a question that necessarily answer. But what if we ask them exactly how they plan on achieving their goals, which we might not know what their goals are specifically, but we get an idea of how they're going to achieve them.
Again, if they simply say we need to gather, there are obviously so many sections to their goal here.
Which gives us many ideas.
But we know many of them. They obviously want these gauntlets. They obviously are seeking demigods.
Which I feel like because they're giving up Ragnar and because we're about to give them the gauntlets, that's 2 of the goals already achieved. So, what's next?
Well, let us think about this, right? Whatever question that we decide to ask, if we do go along with this, is something that cannot be already readily available. We already know what we need to know about their potential goals for the future. I mean, I was sent here specifically to prevent darkness from spreading, particularly within this group.
Yeah.
You had to throw in the question, didn't you, Nano?
Yep. I know what I would ask, personally.
Well, of course you do. You know the fucking plot.
And what would you ask, Nano?
I already alluded to it earlier.
Our question is, what would you ask if you were us?
For the meantime, think. We already have what hopefully will be a fruitful expedition to figuring out exactly the situations of your curse, right, Jubei?
Yes. Satoshi is supposedly on it. I believe he is, I would hope at this point, close to a clue.
Right. And we already know enough about that. So,
I also have a selfish question potentially to ask.
What is that, Alani?
Well, I still don't know why my blood was important.
I would think that is important, but
He looks back.
apparently it isn't as important as it once was, otherwise they would take you. may not need it anymore.
I'm surprised they're letting us talk this long about it.
I mean, to be fair, they have us by the balls, and I have a feeling this is a bit of a Dragon Ball Z planet's going to blow up in 5 minutes scenario.
You know,
Sorry,
What does that
I-
mean?
Damn it.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Some H.
any ruse I try to think of, I don't think would work. I think they just see right through it.
I think the only straightforward question we are guaranteed for a good answer to is what they intend to use the gauntlets for. We might be able to get more clue.
Aren't there more items that they wish to procure?
Is it what they're going to use them for, or what the gauntlets can do?
You know, what they're going to use it for. I don't think there's any point in knowing what they can do.
Yeah, they could be do a multitude of things. We need to know what they are for.
Let me put it this way, right? Are any of you familiar with the notion of holy omniscience? The idea, for those who don't, is that we will get to and will be ready to know things. Knowledge will make itself available as soon as we are ready to know these things. I don't believe there's ever going to be a right question with some of these, for we will always be looking back on this moment whenever future hardships appear, wishing that we had asked something different. For the meantime, I think it would perhaps be better to ask a question about the current, probably most pressing instance, which is the progression on Jubei's curse. Yes, Satoshi is in the middle of figuring out exactly. Perhaps he could only find leads if we were to ask the man himself, and looks over and kind of nods in the direction of the Oni. We may perhaps be able to arrive at such a conclusion faster, before it is too late. And despite how you may feel about your own self, Jubei, selfish question or not, you are a linchpin within this entire group. Losing you would be disastrous, I believe. Does that make sense to everyone?
That's
Stella shakes her head no.
Who shakes their head no?
Dalla.
Oh, Dalla. Actually,
Dala,
That
do
makes
you,
yeah.
is there anything you would know about these? You wish to know?
Quite frankly, I think their goal is the most important thing to learn.
That's what I was thinking originally as well. No.
How can you fight a force when you don't know what their goal is?
Yeah, well, that was Jubei's first suggestion.
Oh, I agree, Dala.
He looks over at the rest.
Maybe if we ask, we need to know the specific goal, not just general. We have a chance. My curse is here, and I know my life is important. But even if I am not here, we can continue. You can continue to fight. But I'd rather risk myself to give us a chance for the future. The goal is the best option. It was my first instinct. Does anyone disagree with that?
No.
Please repeat it right quick. I didn't hear parts of it.
The goal. He basically said he would rather. It is better to sacrifice his life or risk his life, and know their ultimate goals so we can stop it, or at least start preparing for it, rather than cure Jubei and then still wander around blindly.
And that leads me back to the notion of holy omniscience. I am sure that we will find it in time.
would
But
also
for
like to
now,
point out. It's-
we can only work against what we know. And I understand that. That's why you wish to know the answer to that. Still,
I feel like asking right in front of Skybar is probably not the best idea.
Indeed, I don't trust the demon regardless. Even if we ask for a cure, there is no guarantee he would even give us one that is possible.
The
That
thing
leads-
is
That leads me back to the futility of wishing for different. We need to find a decision for this question and stick with it. We
Indeed.
will always be
I
looking
think-
back.
I think the goal is the best idea here.
I agree. Halani, what about you?
I mean, I don't really care as long as we get Ragnar back.
That is the goal then, Esteban.
Since we have two players that can't talk to vote.
If I was in Skygo's case and you asked me a question like that, I would probably find more pleasure in tormenting Jubei, knowing that he is pressed for time. I don't think it's a good idea to show that that is what we're seeking.
And I don't particularly like the idea of showing Skygor we are worried.
We don't show weakness here.
I think he already knows, despite on whether or not we show it to him.
In any case, no. Knowing their goal is the proper choice here, I am certain. I would put my faith in Satoshi or a cure.
I understand, then.
Besides, everything was left up to fate. We get a choice. This is a chance.
Yeah, okay.
So we are agreed then.
Jubei turns back to the enemy party.
Very well. We shall accept your terms.
Wonderful. Bring the gauntlets here. He holds his hand out.
Jubei
Ragnar
will.
just
Oh.
glares. What are you doing? Don't give him those. The Black Knight's silence.
I mean, technically, Jubei's not holding the gauntlets unless she passed them to me.
She held them out for you to take.
Okay, Jubei takes the gauntlets.
Jubei,
Yes, Halani?
do we want to do it? We give them one gauntlet. They at least unbind him, and then we give them the other one.
That's not a bad idea.
Jubei will walk.
One gauntlet, you unbind him to show you are able, and then the second gauntlet to hand him over.
Black Knight straightens a little bit. If such things make you feel more comfortable in the deal you've struck, sure.
I'll take the first one over.
Okay, Halani.
And I hand one gauntlet to Halani.
I'm gonna insight check Halani.
I'm gonna do the same. You know?
What? Hey, if Halani wants to throw down, Jubei's all for it. Literally, my wisdom save was like he's still on the let's end this up. Let's fucking do this.
What are you insighting for?
Her expression, what's like going on her face, whether or not she's got something else in mind.
Is this bitch fibbing? I feel like
Yeah.
she's fibbing.
No, she's just being cautious, just trying to make sure that we get the outcome we want as best as possible.
Alright.
She's just like full on set. Like, we need Ragnar back.
Go on.
Alright, so the Black Knight wanted us to give him the gauntlet specifically?
Yes. So you
What-
approach.
Lani's going to approach towards her father and hand it to him.
Then she stabs him.
As you're Black Knight goes, that wasn't the deal.
I mean, is it an issue if I give it to my father instead?
They come to me.
Well, I'm sure he can hand it to
If
you.
you wish to mince words with your father, you can wait until we're done.
This is that actually gives away a lot. That's a lot of good info here.
See where I'm going?
Nobody like it anyways.
Lani's gonna look towards Jubei. Jubei kind of giving Halani the go hand it to the father or hand it to the Black Knight kind of look.
I have a feeling if we hand it to the father, we're gonna get Ragnar killed. He's gonna kind of eye towards the Black Knight because I think I see something happening here, but I need to be certain.
Okay. Lani's gonna go hand it to him then.
As you approach him, the hairs on your neck and arms stand up as you. The overwhelming just sense of dread grows each step as you get closer. You hold out the gauntlet, and he grabs it. Proper choice. The bindings on Ragnar's wrists and legs come off, but he puts his hand on top of Ragnar's head, and just the clawed gauntlet just cuts into his forehead a little bit, and the other.
God,
Right.
guys!
Can I
Sorry,
Arcana check? Can I see if there's any significance to why he did that?
Did what?
The Claude Ragnar? Was it just...
It's like a you're staying in place.
I know. I'm just seeing if there's
Yeah,
any...
you can Arcana check it if you want.
Oh, I'm just gonna roll like terrible today, and I'll be absolutely fucking useless.
God damn it! I wanted a
Well,
20.
So, I hope this doesn't seem like bandwagoning, but I would also like to try, because that is rather peculiar.
I mean,
I'll let you
Yeah, I mean-
inside it.
Sorry, what?
I will let you inside it.
Inside it. Okay.
because you're not proficient in Arcana, right? So.
I am not. I don't believe I am. No, I'm not. Okay. Well, with that being said, though, 1 second, because I'm trying to... Okay, thank fuck it's actually doing something now. Well, I can't figure out... I'll have to work it out with you, but, last, like, you know... When we had leveled up to 8th, I had finally made the decision, and I'm going with Empathic, so if that's the case, then my Insight roll would be, like, an 11? Just keeping that in mind.
Plus 11?
Plus 11. So, with that being said, that would be a plus...
19.
Yeah, it would be 19.
That's not the 3 yet.
You feel that this is more of a just to keep him there, to make sure he gets what he wants, as opposed to
Us fucking
placing
him
a
over.
spell or anything of that nature.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, he seems to be wanting to honor the trade.
Yeah, which is a good sign. And
Squints.
Jubei's fuck. I mean, I don't think I could do anything without still getting Ragnar killed, but part of my thought process is like there might be infighting between these guys right now.
Too many big dick egos in one place.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because that would indicate like these gauntlets are a thing of power. So if we gave it to the other one, it would have been like a infight. But right now, the Black Knight's kind of the big dick.
The
So-
girls are
Says Ragnar.
fighting. No.
It's a very interesting thing you picked up there. Who knows if it's true?
I said it could be true. That or these gauntlets are somehow keeping this Black Knight alive. We have,
He just thinks they're really cute.
yeah. They go really well with his eyes.
Yes.
Also, the fact that it also may have just been because I'm related to them, so maybe they think there's some
Yeah,
shenanigans going on.
What kind of fucked up like nepotism would that be?
I mean, the shenanigans might be part of it, but it still seems off the top. Like I said, there's a lot of theories. There was a lot that you can pick up from that. But I think the infighting seems very likely based off the absolute... He did not trust you to hand it to them, they hand it to him, right? That says something. Jubei will walk towards him. And he looks
You
as like...
feel the same sense of dread with each step. There just seems to be like an aura about him. Although the other thing is, it's really hard just to miss the lumbering ogre or Oni behind him with just the shittiest of grins on his face.
Jubei will reach out the gauntlet, but still keeping it in his hand.
Ragnar's life in one question.
Of course. And he holds out his hand for the gauntlet as he slowly begins to let up his hand on Ragnar's head.
And we all agree the question was, what is your ultimate goal, right, guys? Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to know what this is all about. What is your ultimate goal here?
Set the gauntlet in my hands and you will know.
Jubei slowly places the gauntlet in his hand and grabs Ragnar's shoulder to yank him back at the basically doing that whole yank back like trade thing.
Okay. He lets Ragnar go and you see the gauntlets float up from his hand and he just kind of... This little glowy star orb opens up behind him and he just kind of watches them. You watch them get sucked in as it closes. Glad you asked. Tell me, when was the last time the gods have done anything for you, Jubei?
Well, I can recall a certain mother saving us from your divine presence a few while ago.
Foolish of her, too.
She's not the only one who decided to take sides.
My goal is quite simple. The gods of this pantheon relish in their selfish ways. They have done nothing for us men. I will eliminate them all. One by one, they shall fall.
Who's saying that?
The Dark
The
Knight.
Black Knight.
Oh, okay.
You wish to do some sort of what? Divinicide?
Of course. How they cower on their celestial planes and thrones. If they really wanted to stop me, they'd smite me right now. But they don't.
I know that you guys have a. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'll keep quiet.
Isn't it? Aren't the gods not supposed to meddle because of the divine accord?
Yep.
I mean, there's a reason for that. and not meant to meddle because of the divine accord.
Wait. No, Jibei will look at it. So your goal, because the gods do not meddle in our affairs, is to kill all the gods, so they cannot meddle in our affairs. Or
Who
rather
said
you wish
anything
to
about
be
there
a...
being no more gods at the end of it?
Yeah, that's what Jubei was about to say.
You want to be a god, don't you?
The one true God among all. But don't worry, I will be fair to mortals.
Somehow,
He looks back at all the pain and death and bodies around him and glares at him and goes,
somehow I doubt you would be a very loving god.
No empire was built upon sunshine and rainbows.
God, I just want to make an Asgard bridge joke there.
Though many empires were not built on the blood of countless innocents, though.
Hmm. Is that what you believe?
I know it. There are evil empires and evil men. And yes, lives are lost. But if your goal was so altruistic, you wouldn't have to seek such.
And he looks over at his two companions, and very specifically Skygore.
Unpleasant companions.
Conquest, as deplorable as it can be, is still a natural part of life. Where there is life, there will always be other life that tries to squander it. That is the very realms in which death operates. You desire something much deeper than anything that was ever accorded to be natural. You understand the faults in your attempts at rising, right?
Fret not. For when I do rise, those faults will mean nothing.
One of the first things that anyone, even those of the most zealous or religious of backgrounds, will know is that gods do not come without imperfections. Estes herself knew that before inviting me into her clergy. She remains blind so she can weigh everyone without bias. But as long as gods are too imperfect, they too, her too, has an odd way of judging things as well in an attempt to be unbiased. And yet, she appointed sentinels like myself as a way to prevent such things from happening. And here you are, death surrounding you. If you are to try to become a god, I can tell you with certainty that such a thing will never happen. For what you wield are not imperfections, no. But a sin that I can't even quite name.
Look at Twin over here. I wouldn't expect anyone like you to understand, cleric. Regardless, both gods that have risen from mortality also had a trail of death and dead bodies in their wake. The path and ascension to godhood is not a peaceful one, but one built upon the bones of your enemies. It's what you do with that godhood when you're done that matters, not how you got there.
But you decided to make mankind your enemy. That is not godhood. You are looking for tyranny.
I think Jubei was about to say something.
No, sorry, I was going to see if he was going to respond to that. Well, more or less, I forgot what I was going to say, so don't worry about it, Nano.
Okay, fair enough.
My bad.
Yes, a tyrant. On occasion, it takes a tyrant's hand to bring order to the realms once more.
And
I
what
feel that Setsuna's daughter wishes to strike down the divine accords. Not too indifferent than my own goals. That's how it started for me, anyway.
Boy, did Ares miss a bad time to drop this game.
Yep.
Literally finds out the villain has more or less the same goals as her.
His has evolved a little bit beyond.
Yeah, but
Evolved, I think, is a more appropriate word, but yes.
I mean, to be fair, ending the divine accord, honestly, it'd end in the same way, probably. Since it would have to be war against the gods.
Probably. Why can't there just be a healthy debate? Come on, guys.
the fact of the matter is, you want to rule over all beings. And what good is that for people? The gods interfered with everything we do. They say take rid of every choice we had, to removed all freedom. What sort of world is that to live in anyways?
Perhaps you should reflect on that. I've already entertained you far longer than I anticipated. I said one question, and I answered one question.
You have.
You
Very
have
well.
your ally in your midst once more, and I have what I need.
Jubei will glare at him.
Very well. But I will tell you this. We will meet again.
I count on it. A swirly portal opens up behind him, and he turns away from you. Go in peace, Jubei. Before he steps through it, and it closes behind him.
Did they all leave, or are we stuck with the other three just looking at us awkwardly?
We all left. Literally just.
I was just asking. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like the other three, like, where are we going? Wait, what?
Fine, we'll take our own portals.
Oh gosh, always does that. Dick.
Hey, what's up? Awkward.
Skygora looks over at Jubei. Oh, Jubei, I cannot wait for our next meeting. Your skull will be my finest goblet.
You've had enough time to speak. Betrayer of the norm, betrayer of the order.
Betrayer of the Order.
It's a little title for Little Sentinel.
Jubei looks at Skygore.
Next time we meet, Skygore, one way or the other, I plan for it to be the last.
Good. Seems we're of the same mindset. What's that human saying? Great minds think alike.
And fools seldom differ.
As he says this, grunting.
Enjoy your last few days and weeks. And he steps back and goes through a green portal.
That's not foreboding at all.
That you assume is for the Nine Hells, possibly.
Good to note.
Would I know?
I mean, Jubei probably have a better idea anyways. He literally has seen portals to the Nine Hells.
Fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
You've probably heard of rumors since you're well traveled enough to know that there are green tears in the skies.
My
before-
father is also the demon summoner, so
Yeah, you would know that green portals, like a fell green for Mortal Warcraft, tends to be a demonic
okay.
kind of thing.
Jubei would have seen
Or
them in his
devil.
homeland.
So that's nothing new for Jubei. Which leaves Gawain and Halani's father.
Said that so ominously.
I didn't read it as ominous.
So have you been eating your greens?
Your father looks over at you, Halani. Don't worry, dear daughter. You and I, we are not done quite yet, but I was told to restrain myself for the night. You're quite lucky.
As are you.
Could have told us beforehand, perhaps 30 minutes ago.
You know, Father, I never really took you for a follower. And she turns around and walks away.
Ooh, big bitch energy.
No, that's still big dick energy. Let's go, Hilani.
Yeah.
They both open up their own portal and go. As you guys see the airship slowly begin to leave for the time being.
And she got last words without no reply. My girl.
Ragnar, for all intents and purposes, has certainly been beat the fuck up.
That was to be assumed. We're assuming 1 HP Ragnar at this point.
Basically.
I'm sure that when we pulled him away, Ayla probably came over and did Ayla things.
Ayla doesn't. Does she even have enough spells? Because Quentin was gonna heal him just a bit.
Just not necessarily magical healing.
Just checking over.
But it's Quentin.
Yeah, but I also don't know if Quentin would rush over, and I feel like Ayla would.
Nothing a D20 roll can't solve.
So, the
Well,
two
there it
brothers and the mother both run over to Ragnar, who's looking pretty fucked up at the
So is
moment.
Quentin, apparently. Thank you, D20.
Jubei kind of just puts a hand on Ragnar, but his eyes haven't left the portal where fucking Skygore left.
Ragnar's just, why did you do that?
I suppose we could ask the same things of you.
Jubei just kind of looks down at Ragnar.
And what other choice would we have had, Ragnar? Fight them here? Exhausted as we were? Have you die and everyone else here probably die as well.
Ragnar looks down a moment and back up. They may not know what those gauntlets do, but I do.
And what's that?
That was your one ticket of stripping him of his power.
Lesser, it was a choice of heart. Greater, it was a choice of tactics.
Jubei looks like, well, hey.
No, go ahead.
Here's where he goes.
Strip him of his power, what do you mean?
The legends. They're true about those gauntlets. He's taking the souls of demigods. With those gauntlets, you can strip him of those souls and rid him of power. Now he has them. Likely will try to destroy them or get them far away, out of reach. But I suppose you didn't know this.
Moreover, we may not have had a second chance to use it if we didn't have you.
You know, that information could have been helpful beforehand.
In either case, even if we had that power, no one knows how to use them here.
There are many ways to strip one of their power. I do not believe that is the only way.
I think there's actually another point. Ragnar, you said, who built, if you know much about these gauntlets, who built them?
My best guess is Thorin himself.
It was indeed my father, but it's only part of the story. I will have to reconvene on that a little bit later. A bit fuzzy right now.
I imagine. But I think you are right.
I can't remember which one of you two said taking away more people could take away power. Was it Twin or was it Esteban? I can't remember.
Esteban.
Esteban, yeah.
Esteban, yes.
Yeah.
Esteban is right. We could take away more of his power, but there's another factor. Once something has been built, it can be built again.
If Thorin has created such a weapon, I wouldn't be surprised if the other gods had created something similar.
Indeed.
Well, that would have been created before he was a god.
Regardless, there's a variety of different weapons that could exist to do a variety of different things.
Regardless,
Oh, sorry.
Regardless, we have no
It's a lot of
way-
regardlesses.
He's trying to go for the end all here.
We don't really have any means of speculatory works anymore to begin with. We can only begin with what we currently have. Gladly, we have you back, Ragnar. Despite your sacrifice, which I will say was noble, because it gave us the answer. One of the answers we needed anyway.
in fact, you gave us two answers if you think about it.
Did Ragnar's brother ever, like, take away the lizard?
Ragnar's brother turns into a lizard.
Damn it. I could have sworn he was given some... God. Well, or whatever.
The
forgot
point,
what it was.
the joke was he turns into a lizard, you give it to him, and then he pops out to scare him.
Understood.
Might be a little bad timing.
Yeah. But no, it's just Quentin just kind of... It removes his mask a little bit and kind of wipes, seemingly just the littlest few collection of tears from his eyes and smiles over at him.
I am glad that you are back.
Appreciate that, but I'm not whole anymore.
What do you mean, Ragnar?
He attempts to summon his sword, and it doesn't respond to his call.
Did they take away? Did they do so?
They drain me of power.
Even your demigod powers?
Yeah, I was about to say, is the blood he's bleeding, is it still golden?
Yes. Effectively, they destroyed his packed weapon.
Ah, okay.
I mean, does he tell us this? Because that's different from destroying his pact with his.
I mean, kind of really depends how he flavors his warlock
Yeah.
powers. Did his warlock
Yeah.
powers come from being a demigod or not? That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Well,
It-
again, yeah.
Mjolnir
I'm
has
assuming
been
yes.
destroyed.
Yeah, I was assuming yes. Like his god powers is his warlock powers.
Okay.
In the same way that Everin kind of flavored the same with their powers, right?
Yeah. He destroyed Gyol. I've never seen such destructive power well before, but he was capable of doing it.
I'm sure you'll be able to find a way. If not through the means you had before, through martial fighting prowess. You're not useless here, Ragnar. Even if you destroyed Gyal.
Just gotta your life is what's important here. Anything else can be gained in time. Perhaps after we finish that man's life, perhaps we can return it after we are done with him.
I have a feeling we'll need all the power we can get to fight that man.
I think you are right.
We'll get that in due time. I don't think we were capable in handling him, let alone the four of them.
Honestly, Skygore alone would have been enough of a problem.
Alas, a problem for another time.
Jubei's just gonna look down at his arm.
One that apparently is approaching very soon.
Then we should act fast, right?
Agreed. We can't stay here for long. We'll have to return to the keep to tell that the others know what has occurred. We have to begin planning ahead immediately. We know what their goal is. That means we can try to stop it.
Ragnar,
Right.
it is entirely up to you, but... And also, I suppose, depending on the rest of the party as well. Were you willing or wanting to spend some time with your family before staying behind a bit after we leave?
Not quite sure at the moment.
Perhaps, and kind of turning back to Jubei, perhaps we should take the time, though, to perhaps assist with some of the cleanup of things that had happened about here.
It's midnight, right?
Yes, it is now midnight. Congratulations.
Fucking right now. Calm down.
Yeah, no. Jubei was gonna just look over, but say,
In any case, we will need to sleep. We will have to discuss this further in the morning. But assisting with helping me clean up, as you put it, Twin, may be nice, but we are so short on time.
You're right.
Teleportation spell could be quite handy.
I'm not sure if the circle at the keep is even working for us to use. But perhaps...
But the circle at Agarum, does. And that's like 3.5 days away from the keep.
We can also go to the circle inside of the dungeon we just came from.
well, that's it. No, that you see, that's how we would leave. We need to get though. You need another circle to attach, right?
Why not use the circle in the dungeon?
Yes, that's how we would leave. We need, but the Agara means we can get there. We can't use the circle of the
We
dungeon
need
to
a
go over to
destination.
Yeah, you need two circles to use.
Understood.
I mean, you don't need 2 circles to use when you cast teleportation circle.
True. We're just gonna end up being a bit
You just
approximate.
do it on the...
Really, I thought teleportation circle required a circle for destination.
No, you require one for destination, but you can draw it on the spot.
Oh yeah, I know that, but technically you draw a semi.
Okay, the one we got through
technicality.
isn't the issue. The destination
Yeah,
is
I know.
The issue, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nano just said there's one that's a half day's travel for outside of the base
No,
that we might be
he
able
said
to use.
3 days.
Or
3.5 days.
3.5 days, which is like saves a week and a half of travel.
Which is good.
Pretty sure it's more than a week and a half, but yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I'm just throwing out a number. I don't recall anymore. It's been like 6 months since we left this fucking town. Anyways, I guess one of us would be aware of that.
Is it possible to possibly use that teleportation circle you have, Madam Ree, to get us towards the...
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the other town you mentioned.
Agarum.
I got him.
Who are you asking?
Bryn, the head mistress, Bryn,
Dalla?
Ragnar's mother, Bal, yeah, thank you.
Oh, well... I'm sure the chief of the nearby village, he's a accomplished wizard. He might be able to work something out for you. It's the least that can be done after everything you've all been through and helped with.
That would be most appreciated.
What does Halani do?
That's a good question because I started dissociating.
Fair.
Why?
Good
What
time.
should she be doing?
I can't tell you what she should be doing. It's your character.
Just for a quick recap, we are just going to spend the night here, going to go about seeing the wizard to teleport us to another circle.
Okay.
And basically, we're just deciding whether or not we want to stay an extra day to help clean up, but Jubei did point out we are desperately low on time.
My vote is that we head out straight away. But
You said in the morning we must head out, I believe. Before then would not do us much good.
you're correct. I meant that beds were ready and rested.
Yes.
But how do you spell frickin' the mom's name again? Just gonna make a note of that.
Dalla.
How do you spell it though?
Dalla.
Okay, Dalla, yeah.
Dollar bill.
Ragnar,
Yeah.
what are your plans? Staying here for an extra day, or should we start working towards some things?
I'm not sure. I might need to figure out my own problem here now.
Right. Are you even returning back with us?
I'm not sure. Ask me in the morning.
Helpful.
In either,
Jubei is with you.
in either way, you take your time and rest. If you don't come back with us now, you are always welcome to return when you are ready to.
Of course.
Okay. Unless somebody, we just go to bed then, guys. I think we're all fucking. I think all the characters are exhausted.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Yeah. Someone will place a hand on Ragnar's shoulder. He showed us quite a bit of his hand today. We'll get back of him, I assure it.
Yes, of course.
I suppose Quentin would kind of lightly knock on Jube's armor.
Knock, knock.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, Quentin.
Forgive me for the redundancy of my question, but are you alright after seeing him again?
Truthfully, it took every fiber of my being not to charge forward and attack him then and there. I honestly think if it wasn't for you and the others' lives, I might have just done that.
Yeah, he already has his master mode, and he kind of gives him a little bit of a smile and a bit of a squeeze on the shoulder.
Well, if you are wondering why you are the leader of this group, that is but one of many reasons why.
Thank you, Twin. That is very reassuring.
But for now, though, I know you haven't.
Jube's like what? Like, what is he on health currently?
He's 100% full, man. It took like 2 hits the whole fight.
God, okay, yeah.
I know you don't seem to be particularly harmed, but this was overall a very mentally and emotionally taxing instance, and physically especially so for some of us.
He says, kind of unaware that he's also kind of speaking of himself.
Do get some rest if you can. And if you cannot see me, I might be able to do something about it.
I should hopefully be okay. I believe the potion that Ragnar's father gave me is still in effect. I should at least be able to sleep with somewhat sound.
I would hope so.
In any case, good night, my friend.
And when he says the word friend, just because, why the fuck not? One sec, it's rolling. Ah, why aren't you rolling? Spell slot 2. Cast
Attacks.
spell.
He's rolling for the F word.
Yes, I'm rolling the F word. It's not casting. Why aren't you casting, you stupid F word?
That has such bad connotation.
There we go.
Oh. Hey, that's
Take
pretty
7.
good.
Take 7 more HP back, as I will use a spell slot, one of my last 2 spell slots, to just give you a healing word. Friendship! It's the greatest healing magic alive.
He says friend and you feel physically better.
Honestly, with Quentin being the way he is, that's pretty accurate.
I just weird a weird glitch in my sheet, though.
Yeah, what's up?
Apparently, if I use the consume spell slot, it won't cast the spell.
It may have been a loading error because I was trying to input empathic into my sheet, but for whatever reason, it wouldn't allow me to re-access the editing of the spell.
Well, no, here's the thing, man, because it consumes the spell slot, but doesn't cast the spell. But if I don't say if I don't click consume spell slot, it then casts the spell.
Foundry did just notify me that they updated recently, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was why.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out, other people might be having that issue in the future. If you are, that's the problem, is you have to de-click consume spell to cast the spell, because I had to do it for cure wounds as well.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm not updating.
Alright. Well, we'll call it there. Congratulations. You got out of that with
We're
having a fight,
alive!
I'm
and you're all level 9 now.
Seriously?
Yep.
What?